Hey guys, we are going to do something a little unique today with me and Mike celebrating our 19th anniversary. I decided to come up with a little like get to know you kind of video, just something fun to do, a little trivia game. If you guys want to take some of these questions, make your own. I just pulled them offline. I just googled some that were pretty appropriate, and but what the trivia game is it's going to be a question of who is and who is more likely to, and then fill in the blank. So I think I have like 12 of them. Mike does not know most of them. Maybe like
this was a shock to me.
One or two is what I explained to how I explained it to him. So, but you can kind of see what we both think, and maybe there's an answer behind it. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what we come up with. All right. So the first question is, who is more likely to ask for directions?
That is so sexist.
Yeah. Well.
Of course, you.
Yeah, I do.
I trust my GPS.
I have no shame.
That's just flat out evil.
No.
That's a bad question. No, anyway, she is one that I'm a little more prideful.
I do a lot of research, but man, it'd take a lot for me to ask for directions anymore.
Same here. I mean, we definitely research our routes.
Yeah. Having your phones.
And GPS, that helps too.
Okay.
So.
All right. Mike does know this question. So, who is more adventurous? And this one kind of was like, I would say I am.
I'm going to say we're both equally adventurous. Our adventurous nature is just put into two different directions. Yeah, we both love to travel. She's a backpacker. I do it because she wants to. I'm a motorcycle rider. She does it because I want to. And I think those are pretty much equally adventurous. That's my opinion.
All right. Next question. I'm going to lump these two together. Who is more organized or is a planner? So planning, organizing trips.
Oh, I would say I like to plan, don't get me wrong, but I think you're more of the planner.
Yeah, I don't like to do the minute by minute planning, but I like to get a list of like, what is there to do there? What do we want to do?
Yeah, it's kind of like we have separate portions of the trip that we're responsible for, I think. You kind of take care of once we're there, and I take care of getting us there.
Yeah.
The planning and where we're going to get fuel if we need it, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And then just adapting to situations that happen on the way.
And even like whoever's driving, the other person has to obviously do the research when it comes to like fuel, what stations we want to go to, how many miles away is it, all that jazz. So it's a little bit of a group effort, but
yeah, I think we both do equal amounts of research into where we're heading, what we're doing. So
all right, so the next one is, who is the first one to wake up in the morning?
Well, that's a no-brainer.
If you know us, if you're like around us even for a weekend, you'll probably know he's the one that gets up first.
I've been getting up at around 4:30, 5 o'clock since I was 18 years old. My current job requires me to be at work at a certain time, and I have to get up to drive that 50 minutes. So I like to have some coffee, have a little quiet time before I leave. And then when we're camping, I'm 5 o'clock is sleeping in, so I get up, get some coffee, and I get out, start a fire. I like being out in the morning. So
he gets some alone time. It's not like I sleep in like severe amount of time, but I don't sleep. I don't get up.
You're a 7 o'clock get out of bed girl.
Yeah, 6 to 7.
6 to 7.
Somewhere in that time frame. Okay. Next question is, who cooks the most?
I cook a lot, but you cook an equal amount. I think we both.
Yeah. Okay.
Now I cook better.
Oh wow!
Is that the question? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. She's a good cook. That was a joke.
I'm taking my banana pudding back.
Oh no, please don't.
Pack banana pudding.
No, I think we cook an equal amount.
I say when we camp, you do cook a lot.
Yeah, when we camp, I do almost all the cooking, but also
at home, it's pretty equal.
But the nature of Joni's work, her business, a lot of times she's going in the late afternoon, evening doing photo shoots. So when she gets home, I'll have dinner ready or something like that, depending on the situation. And if she's not, she'll have dinner ready.
Yeah.
So I think it's fairly even.
I think our biggest battle when it comes to meals and cooking is that our biggest
one thing we don't plan is meals. We don't plan enough
we plan some, but there are times we don't plan, and that it's like, what do you want? No, what do you want? No, stuff like that. Okay, so the next question's a little tough. Who is more spontaneous?
I'm gonna have to give that to you. You're a little more spontaneous than I am.
It's not really like somebody's going to win here.
No, but I mean, I'm just trying to answer these honestly.
Yeah.
I think I'm still pretty spontaneous, but I'm also a bit older to where I think about something, I'm like, I just don't feel like doing it. Where there's no boom, let's just do it.
We just got asked to I got asked to do a girls' trip. And it was no hesitation. I'm going to do it. It's going to be fun. We're going to have a great time. We're doing a camping / bike ride / just like, I guess there's some runners. I'm not running, but there's going to be some runners in there. So it's a spontaneous trip in a sense, but we're still planning it.
And I'm the one doing the cooking for them while they're out riding.
Yeah.
So they hired me to do their cooking.
Come in and cook for all the girls. All right, here's a really good one, and this could be like a struggle. Who has the biggest sweet tooth?
Well, put it this way: most of the time when we have dinner, Joni will say it's time for ice cream, even if we haven't had dinner. She's ready for ice cream and dessert before dinner, and she's okay with eating dessert before dinner if the need arises or the desire arises. Me, not so much. I'm a meat and potatoes kind of guy. If I have a chance to have more meat and potatoes versus sweets, I'll eat the meat and potatoes all day long.
But you do like your sweets.
I love my sweets.
Yeah. I'll say you do like your sweets.
So I'm going to say you are. Okay. I don't know if you agree with that, but I'm going to say you are a bigger sweet tooth.
I would say we're kind of equal in it. There's moments where we ebb and flow, but me and ice cream have a relationship. This one kind of goes with that one. Who is the pickier eater?
Oh, you by far. You're not picky.
I'm not.
You're not picky. You are, but between the two of us,
he's definitely not picky.
I'm not picky. I've been all over the world through the Navy. I've eaten so many types of food that there's nothing I won't try that I'll eat it. It doesn't matter.
I draw the line somewhere, but it's pretty.
It's
pretty low.
Yeah.
We're not really. We'll eat just about anything.
We will try anything.
I'll try anything.
Whether we like it or not, that's a whole different story. But we'll try it.
Okay. Next question is. I guess this one answers itself, but who drives the camper more miles? So obviously that's you.
I mean, I'm driving right now most of the time because I do most of the driving. Now on our long trips, we do switch at every fuel tank. Mm-hmm. Every time we fill up, we switch. Yeah. But most often, like today we're traveling on a Friday, heading to our camping spot, and Joni still has to work.
A little bit.
A little bit. So it's easier for her to work while I'm driving. So it's not.
Yeah. And even on the way home, we're driving back home on a Monday. That's actually a really good day for me to get most of my hours in on my part-time job. So I definitely will try to work.
But I'm thankful that she is definitely not afraid to try to drive this thing.
Yeah. I think the only thing I haven't done, which I'm not afraid to do, is just we haven't had the opportunity, as I've never backed in anywhere.
It seems like I'm always driving to get us into the park
or
to get us into our spot.
Or
because you're like the navigator outside too. I mean,
right. And too, I'm usually the one checking us in and getting all the maps and all that. So figuring out how we got to get in there.
So I do most of the driving. I guess
most of the driving
is the answer.
Okay. Who does? Okay. Which of us got us into road biking? One of our physical activities. This one's tough because we have been road biking for over 10 years. Yeah. So when we decided to get into it, we're like, all right, well, let's save up some money and let's go buy a road bike. Well, when we walked in, it was a sticker shock because we had no idea that this hobby was going to be this expensive. So we had to actually go back to square one, keep saving until we could buy 2 bicycles.
But I believe it was not your adventurous nature, it was your impetuous nature that got us into road biking. That was your idea.
My spontaneousness. Well, if that's a word.
It is now.
It is now. Keep it up and you'll be bike packing.
No, negative.
All right. I think we both had an interest in the road biking, though. If I have to answer that question, we both were intrigued by it, and I think you were hitting this age of like, I want to physically do something, but I don't want to keep running.
I was a runner for years, a very good runner, almost my whole life. My knees, because of my job situation, my knees have taken a beating, and to stay active, you got to find something that takes away the impact off of your joints, and cycling is a fantastic avenue for that. So we were looking. If
you're
we were
really
both
wanting
looking.
Physical activity and not the pounding like running does, the one thing I do like about road biking is you can build up to it to where, like, we do trips where they're like 50 miles and we could go to like another town and have, sit and eat and then ride back, The only thing I don't like about it is probably the gear. The gear you have to wear, but the gear actually benefits you in multiple ways, so you wear it. So I have to say it was kind of an equal decision on that, don't you?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, you brought it up first, and that's what started us looking into it, though.
And then the other cool aspect is that, yes, we got into, like, we bought into the bicycles and we started buying the gear. And then the town that we lived in, which we still go to because we're not far from there, is that they have a really great group of people that meet a couple times a week and they go out and ride together. So there's group rides and organized rides, and so it's kind of cool. You meet a lot of people from, all different walks of life, and I don't even know if anybody else RVs in our group. Well, maybe one, but they don't do it as much as we do. But it's kind of neat, you just share those different perspectives of life. Tangent. So, all right, so last question I have, unless you came up with any in your brain, is who researches products and or rigs more?
That was tailored to me, obviously. It was. Yeah, I'm the researcher when it comes to anything we want to spend money on. I'm researching day and night till I really feel I've got a good grasp and understanding. Put it this way, we just put out a video on the newest RV company out there, Alliance, with their new product, the Alliance Paradigm fifth wheel. So we were just looking at the camper. We just wanted to see it, touch it, feel it, smell it, because it's new. I want to know what it's like. I've done my research on it. We get up there and the salesman basically sits down and says, "Here, why don't you tell me what you know about this, because I don't know anything about it." He said, "You could probably sell this before I could." So, and I'm not bragging. That's how thorough I get. I know the size of tanks. I know, I just try to learn. There's still things I didn't know about it, but I learned from touching. It's in anything, like just even, getting in the product. Yeah,
not even in the camping aspects of our life.
Just
anything we do, we try to research, try to buy the best.
Gain the knowledge,
Yeah.
and I don't want to get taken. I want to know the product and know, hey, if I can buy this product, is identical, and I'm going to save money. That's what
Yeah.
I'm going to do.
Research costs too, you know, who
Yeah,
has
exactly.
the best prices and stuff.
And I'm not afraid to travel to find something that I've researched, like this truck. We found this truck 4.5 hours away, and we
Yeah.
went after the research we did on it.
We drove.
We test drove it. And,
We actually spontaneously
yeah,
found it 8 o'clock the night before. We called the place and said, we're coming tomorrow morning. And we were there right as they opened.
Yeah.
We got up at like 4 in the morning to go drive
and
to make sure we were there first thing.
And it was benefit for us to do
It
that.
was.
So,
It was.
but yeah, I do a lot of research. I research almost every word considering e-bikes. So I've been researching probably 7 or 8 different companies for e-bikes. My concerns are, you know, if something happens to them, what's the warranty take?
Yeah.
What do I have to do to get that
Right.
warranty covered? So those are the
and
things
a lot
I'm
of
researching.
those companies won't tell you that, you know, if you just go out and buy an e-bike and your battery goes bad, that battery costs almost just as much as the bike does.
Yeah,
So it's kind of
quite
like,
expensive. So.
you got to really know that there's some warranty behind it. There's actually service behind it. And
So yeah, I'm the researcher.
yeah, you're the
Yeah.
researcher. So that's all the questions I have. You guys can take these, use them for yourself, use them around the campfire, use them at home, icebreakers, whatever. We love our little games that we play together. And so this was just something to kind of get to know us a little bit more. But
If you have any questions for us, put them in the comments.
Yeah,
and we'll try to answer
yeah.
them. And maybe if we get enough questions, we'll do a question and answer video for what you guys want to know. So,
all right, well, that's it. We'll see you guys the next time.
happy glamping.